Yeah? Yep. It's like, told you show some more.
Or is it miles?
I don't know. Talking on the phone.
There should be people there.
There's the through the tower. It said, the building said,
Well, let's just go into T-Mobile and ask that, Oh, Gab, you forgot your
Go, pigeon, go. Go, pigeon, go. Go, little pigeon. Go, go, go. Alright. Are you saying hi to the one? Oh. Okay. Cool. Alright. Oh. Okay. Yep, let's sit in the back.
whoa, oh my gosh. Okay, so we're on the trolley ride now, and we're at the top of it, and it looks pretty cool. So that's cool. And, yeah. I'll film more when we start going. So bye. Oh yeah, also sorry that there wasn't any intro for this video.
I have to tell you something. We're going along.
Whoa. Yeah. Sorry I didn't get an intro for today's video. So yeah.
And I'm like 16.
Oh my god.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, and it's happening every day. Comedy, people, comedy is happening every day in here, in this here city. The IO Theater is what we were discussing. Also, big Whole Foods around there. Okay, yay, we're back. Hey, any questions? I'll answer. Stories, comments, concerns, what do you want to do in Chicago? This is your tour. Let me know. I'm Tess. Wow, what's that? With the MCA, the gold yellow letters. That's my favorite museum. That's the Museum of Contemporary Art. And there's over like 1,000 museums here in Chicago, so I have a lot of choices. But it's very cool. Sorry, to the top right here. And tomorrow, if you're here tomorrow at 5:30, you go in there, $5, and get some jazz in the garden, some snacks and drinks. Very, very nice. I can't say enough about. Actually, I could give a whole tour on the Museum of Contemporary Art, but moving on to bigger and better things. Really big. Right, so we have one of the biggest, tallest towers in Chicago coming up to our left. Some of us can already see it. Some of us can't. But this is the John Hancock building. So on your map it doesn't say John Hancock because I guess they took away the name, but we're in Chicago, so Chicagoans call it the John Hancock. They don't know anything else. And it's 1,127 feet high, 100 stories tall, and it was built by Bruce Graham and Falsner Kahn, the same people who did the tallest tower in Chicago, the Sears Tower. This is actually the Sears Tower's older brother, 1970. And in my opinion, it has the best view of Chicago. In the women's bathroom, floor-to-ceiling windows, it's amazing, really. I'm the 95th floor, so check it out. Hey, Hey, you know it's a revolution that's happening? It's gender neutral, so we can go and I think it'll be fine. America, baby. And so people live here, people work here, and you can play here, right? Restaurant and shopping, and it's like a city within a city. There's a lot of these types of things in Chicago. You can check it out. I highly recommend doing it, especially when it's crisp and clear out. So really, check it out. 94th floor, if you're more of a thrill seeker, you can go out on 360-degree tilt. See it all. See the city.
Alright.
Is anybody getting off? No? Okay. Nobody's getting off.
There's a street thing right there.
Guys, this is one of my first tours back in Chicago. After 3 years of not living in America, so let's see how it goes.
I know. That is the skin for Fortnite. Right there.
It's up here. And this convertible, this high, this long convertible. Okay, but it might not get so hot right now because we're going east and we'll feel a little lake effect. Right? We'll get a little cooler, more breezy, little wind in a windy city, and temperature will drop.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a range. I got it. Wait, no I won't.
We need to find a... Oh, watch out for these branches.
I touched
You never know when you're gonna get slapped. Your practice and meditation practice. Okay. What's happening? Where are we? We're headed into the Gold Coast. And by the name, it's obvious why they call it that. And when you see what you'll see, it's also obvious why they call it the Gold Coast. Okay, I spoke a lot about Mies van der Rohe, and I'm going to talk about him again. So he has two of his first buildings are your left and your right. Right, these tall, dark, and handsome buildings, a long steel frame structure, really organized, even organized with the concrete slabs underneath that are aligned with the windows. He kind of created a little revolution for architecture. And he has two other ones on either side. Less is more. This is Lake Michigan, straight ahead. Really nice. I jumped in there yesterday. It's okay, you can jump in. You can. It's cleaner than you think. And it's deep. The deepest point's about 930 feet. And the longest stretch, 320 miles long. It's the only lake that's solely in the United States. All the other Great Lakes, all the other Great Lakes are also in Canada.
There's the beach.
Canada's good too. If you're wondering what you should do today, you should definitely go to a beach to your right. To your right is Lakefront Trail, so there's beaches from about 29 miles north and south. This one's just okay. The one north of that is party hardy. Suburbians come to party hardy. But if you go to more secret beaches in the south side or north, it's amazing. Chi-town, summertime Chi is amazing. And everybody knew it, even Marilyn Monroe at the time. So she bought property to your left here. It used to be like one of the most expensive places to buy property in the United States. It still is pretty expensive, but people buy condos here just for summertime. Chicago. The Drake Hotel is to your left. So John Drake, during the fire of 1871 lasted 3 days. And on day 3, when it was still going on, John Drake was walking around. He also had a hotel like down the street. and everything was like pretty much burnt or getting burnt. And he walked into this hotel and he said, you know what, I want to buy it. And the owner at the time's like, this guy's crazy, he doesn't know it's gonna burn down. But it actually didn't burn down. Fire like slowly faded. He bought it for $1,000, and now it's one of the highest grossing hotels in America. People see the world, sounds like that. Okay. Gold Coast, high grossing. This is Oak Street. That was Oak Street Beach, if you're wondering what beach that was. And if you know about high-end retail, you know these names, right? Like Tom Ford, Prada, and Dolce & Gabbana, right? So you have to, for a lot of these, have an appointment to shop in. Even like shopping. If you don't know what to do with your money, then maybe you should come here. Oh yeah. And if you don't want to buy material items, but you do want to buy something here, then take a right on Rush Street. Okay, because Hugo's Frog Bar and Fish House and Gibson's Steakhouse are right next to each other, and it's really delicious and amazing. And you can get a slice of cake, and this slice of cake is literally this tall and this wide, and it's amazing just to see it and eat it. I used to work there. Okay, but we're not going to the Gold Coast. We're going left into an area called River North. But we're actually going south. Okay?
Oh my.
So you know. Why are there so many Walgreens? There's like 7 in 1 mile. It's because Mr. Walgreens. You have Walgreens in California? Okay, so it's national for the people who are not national. Walgreens, his name was Walgreen, not with an S. He wanted to become a professional baseball player. So he was working as a shoe cobbler and accidentally cut off a few fingers. He walked into a pharmacy and like never really left. He was really interested in how you could better your body through pharmaceuticals. And then he opened up his own on the corner of Happy and Healthy. That's their slogan. On the corner of Happy and Healthy. And during the Prohibition, you couldn't drink, really. But if you had a prescription, you go in, you can get your whiskey. There's always a loophole. Actually, we just passed Pisano's Pizza. That's where Al Capone also had Pisano's Pizza. And with him in this city, there was drinking and it was open and people knew about it and the government was not stopping him. So, what is this thing about a Chicago-style hot dog? Like, why? Well, one, they're really good. Two, if you want to know what an authentic Chicago-style hot dog is, you have to see that there's a Vienna beef sign. So right there, that's the real deal. Jay's Dog and Burger is pretty good. It's probably the least expensive thing you can eat around here. But if you want a true priced Chicago-style hot dog, you would have to get away from this area, the outskirts, into a neighborhood. And I can let you know where to go. A little bit more on the limestone to your left, made out of limestone that doesn't burn so much. That's a church. That's Holy Name Cathedral. Long waiting list to get in there if you want to get married inside. But it's open and it's nice. You can walk in and see. So a lot of things that survived the fire of 1871 were churches because they're made from limestone, and there's a at the time a conspiracy theory that the Catholics were trying to burn down the city. If you weren't on this bus before, Catherine O'Leary, she's my great-great-great-grandma, and this fire started in her barn. So she was Irish Catholic, and if you see pictures of her on Google, they're not what she actually is. That's a cartoonist from New York City who did that. Again, watch your heads. Whoa, hey, this is like, more than a tour. This is like an obstacle course.
That's awesome.
A 2-for-1. So they had to rebuild the city after the fire. And always in Gold Coast, wealthy people live there. Right, it started from the Drake